Hi, welcome back to the Retro Shed. I'm Barry, this is Josh. What are you doing?
I found this thing on the shelf.
Be careful with that. That dates back to 1978. That's a Space Invaders machine from 1978 made by Ramtex. Anyway, we want to talk to you today about expensive things that are
utter rubbish.
Utter rubbish.
It came from the third dimension with its own brain, its own voice, its own legs. There's only one problem. It needs your eyes. Virtual Boy. See it now in 3D.
Hi, welcome back to the Retro Shed. I'm Barry, this is Josh, and today we want to talk to you about expensive things that are utter rubbish. Okay, so this got me thinking.
I bet that hurt, Dad.
You do know your seat's made by Aston Martin, don't you?
Oh, go on then, eject me, see if I care.
I will. Anyway, as I was saying, I've been thinking about things that are really bad and collectible and worth a lot of money. Let's take Justin Bieber's example, right? No. Okay, how about the DeLorean MC1, okay?
Yeah.
It's actually a really, really bad car.
Yeah.
The DeLorean, it was badly built. It was over 2 tons in weight because it was made from...
How heavy?
Stainless steel, right? It was badly put together. It was an awful car. It was underpowered. But it's worth a fortune, isn't it? It is. It's worth a lot of money. Probably because of the film... Back to the Future.
Yeah,
it's worth a bit, but it's a really bad car. Can you think of anything else that's pretty bad and just expensive?
Mom's Roxy boots. Well, I suppose that's completely inconspicuous.
What's with all the what is that?
It's cool, isn't it? You look like a Yeti when you walk in them. They're pretty sick, aren't they? I'm going to wear this one for the rest of the video.
I've not seen Mum wear those more than once.
I'm going to wear this for the rest of the video. It's like a Yeti boot.
E.T. on the 2600.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
But expensive.
But expensive now, yeah, worth more than it was back then. I don't understand that. Anyway, today, we digress. Back to the subject at hand, retro gaming. Today, we want to talk about Nintendo and their second worst selling console of all time. Now,
so,
I've been
playing with this thing, and
this is the Nintendo Virtual
6 minutes in, I'm sat there playing Tetris, and...
You felt downright sick, didn't you?
I'm still feeling it now. Yeah. I feel sick. I've got a headache. I feel hot and sweaty. I feel warm. I feel sick.
But this is my point, you see. This is a very sought-after console.
Yeah.
It's quite expensive. And for some reason, I mean, it's really snapped up by collectors. Did you know? Here's an interesting fact.
I know?
Did you know that Nintendo have sold more consoles than any other video gaming manufacturer in the world?
Yes, and actually, here's some statistics for you.
Oh, what are these, like, how many consoles Nintendo sold? Okay, go.
But their best-selling console was... Guess.
It's going to be a handheld, isn't it?
The Nintendo DS.
Yeah, I thought so.
Not the 3DS, the DS.
No, the DS, yeah.
Sold 154 million, actually.
That's a lot of consoles.
Number 2 was the Game Boy with 118 million.
The original Game Boy?
The original Game Boy.
Brilliant.
Number 3 was the original Wii with 101 million.
Yeah.
4 was the GBA, 81
Game Boy
million.
Advance. Game Boy, we got one somewhere, yeah.
And then, guess what number 5 was?
It's going to have to be another... it's going to probably be the 3DS or something like that.
It was the 3DS, yeah. The 3DS was 66 million.
Yeah.
6 was the NES. Do you know
what I love the NES. I love the NES.
I thought the NES would be higher up than that. But
I did, yeah, actually, yeah. So that means the next one down has got to be the SNES.
Yep, 7 was SNES.
Yeah.
8 was the N64.
Now, that did not sell very well, did it? I love the N64, but yeah.
Was the GameCube.
That didn't sell very well
10
either.
10 was the Wii U.
That was a dismal failure.
11 was the Colour TV game. 3.
Ooh, 1977.
3
that's going
million,
back.
Yeah. Number 12 was Nintendo Switch.
Now that's a bit unfair, actually.
Nah, it's only been selling.
The reason the Nintendo Switch has only sold 2.74 million right now is because of probably supply problems.
Yeah.
And also, have they got any really killer games on it? Zelda's out now, isn't it?
Zelda's out for it.
Still not interested though.
Mario Kart 8, lots of games in it. So 13 was the Virtual Boy.
The Virtual Boy, 700,000.
And number 14 was the N64 DD.
Yeah, that's a bit of a weird beast, actually. They only sold about 15,000 of those. It didn't really get a good distribution. So very rare, very expensive. So Virtual Boy, 700,000. This got me thinking about pizza.
It's my favourite food. It's got anything to do with retro gaming?
Bear with me, there's a link. I've been thinking.
There's a link, huh?
Nintendo sold 700,000 of these.
Okay.
And I was
including
wondering
this one.
how long it would take you to eat 700,000 pizzas. So,
Take me a couple of years.
well, as our US cousins like to say, do the math. So that's what I did.
That's what Dad did.
I did some math. So Josh has been alive on this planet Earth for approximately 4,500 days. I'm not going to give the exact day count.
Because somebody will know how old I am.
They'll figure out his birthday, and that's weird. Anyway, yeah, 4,500 days.
So what's that got to do with retro gaming?
Well, I figured out. Hang on, I figured out if you had 700,000 pizzas to eat to match the number of Virtual Boys sold, do you know how many pizzas a day you would have to eat before you'd hit the 700,000 mark, considering you've been on planet Earth for 4,500 days?
4,500?
Yeah. 700,000.
150 a day?
153. You would have
That
to
was off
eat,
the top of my head as well.
You're good at maths, actually. You would have to eat 153 pizzas a day
I don't like this boot.
before. Be careful, that's Mum's
I
pride
don't
and joy.
like this
That is.
boot. It's awful. Absolutely awful.
It's like a Yeti.
Anyway.
It looks like a Yeti boot, doesn't
it's
it?
awful.
You'd have to eat 153 pizzas a day, which means you wouldn't be able to fit in this shed anymore.
Moving on. Can we move on then?
It's got nothing to do with retro gaming. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Okay, so Nintendo have sold more consoles than any other gaming manufacturer, and
Yes.
I was wondering why this is, because a lot of their consoles don't sell anywhere near as much as PlayStation and Xbox. So
Microsoft.
it's got to be down to the sheer number of different models that they make.
Yeah, there's
they
a
make
good 40
they make
models
a
there,
huge
weren't
range of consoles, don't they? Yeah, so it's got to be down to that, because they certainly don't outsell PlayStation and Xbox. do
But
they?
do you happen to know what order the top console makers are in terms of numbers sold?
Yes, I do, actually.
Ooh, smart.
Do you want me to tell you?
Smart.
Nintendo have sold more consoles than anybody else, closely followed by Sony with their PlayStation. So if you put all the PlayStations together, they're second. Closely followed by a relatively newcomer to the gaming scene, as they only really started in late 90s, early 2000s, Microsoft. I love you, Bill. You're just great, man.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates, what a guy.
Dun,
I do
dun,
like
dun,
Bill,
dun.
actually. Going off on one, but quickly, he's now spending his money on disease research, all sorts of things. He's a top bloke, actually. I like
Anyway,
him. And he's
we
Asperger's.
digress.
Anyway, Sega have got to be next, haven't they? Sega, yeah. You got Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, Sega, then Atari,
Yeah.
and then you're talking about the really old mates
Oh, I love
now.
the Atari
So
2600.
in television, Philips. So the top players are definitely Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft.
So,
So-
what year then? Are we heading back to when we were talking about the virtual?
Well, that's a brilliant point. We are now heading back to the year 1995.
With
So
Oasis and
for
things
those
like
of you that were alive in 1995, back in the
Me.
charts we had Coolio, Gangster's Paradise, Oasis, Wonderwall, we had Pulp, Shaggy, Mariah Carey, U2, Bjork. Do you remember her? Sounded like a smoke alarm. She used to just go blip, blop, blip, blop, blip, blop. And Take That, who are still with us today, actually.
Barry,
Yes.
I think Barry's feeling a bit high.
No, Bjork used to go blip,
let's-
blop, blip, blop,
let's
blip,
calm
blop.
down a bit.
Yeah, so, okay, movies. Tell them what movies were out in 1995, Josh.
Right, we have. Ooh, I don't know. Deadpool.
Deadpool? No.
I don't know. Zootopia. Rogue
no.
One. Oh, that's 2006.
1995.
Oh, we meant like last year. Toy Story.
Toy Story, cracking film.
Braveheart.
Braveheart.
Apollo 13.
Yeah.
GoldenEye.
Yeah.
Jumanji.
Good film, yeah, yeah, yeah.
7.
Yeah.
Things like that.
So back in 1995, guess who the two biggest players were in the console business? There's only two. Who was it? Well, I'll tell you who it was. It was
don't know.
Sega and it was Nintendo.
Not long before the next generation of consoles were due to be launched.
Yeah,
the
that's right.
3DO,
Yeah,
Sega Saturn,
indeed.
the N64,
Yeah.
the PlayStation.
Yeah.
Technology was coming along in leaps and bounds, and
It was.
graphics were getting better and better.
Yeah, it was. And I think at this point as well, the N64 was so badly delayed that Nintendo were desperate to shove something out to market because there was a lot of threat from these new companies coming along.
Yeah.
There were some great new technologies. It was all going to optical disc,
Yeah.
and we were seeing much, much better console hardware.
So they came out with this then?
They did. They came
This
out with
thing-
the Virtual Boy. It's like it was rushed to market. It was called I think the code for it was VR32.
VR32, yeah.
That's right. And the thing is, in the mid-90s, virtual reality and 3D was really big thing. And throughout my life, 3D has come and it's gone, and it's come and it's gone, and it's come and it's gone.
Anyway, only a few years ago, the big thing was 3D TVs.
It was, yes.
I mean, who have you seen using a 3D TV in their living room?
Absolutely.
You walk into the living room, somebody sat there with big glasses on doing this.
Yeah.
No one, absolutely no one.
Yeah.
Who wants to sit there watching TV with a pair of nerdy looking specs?
And it's
on
interesting
their faces?
because 3D TVs was a big thing only about 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
Everyone was buying expensive LCD flat screen TVs that could do 3D. Nobody uses it.
We've got a 3D TV, we don't
never
use it.
It's just pointless. It's just stupid. But Nintendo, you know, they've always had a bit of a quirky thing about 3D.
About 3D.
You've got the 3DS, you've got, you know, all sorts of... They've got a thing about 3D. And this was a really odd console for the time, to be honest with
Just
you.
a little bit.
It was badly marketed. It sounds like a good idea, doesn't it?
No. It's the worst selling, badly thought out console that the world has ever seen. It's rubbish.
Well, it was launched in
It made me sick in 10 minutes.
1995, rushed to market, and it was a complete flop.
But the thing is, if you're wearing it and you just put it on your face, you could accidentally throw up in it, and then you've got to spend the next half an hour cleaning out the screens.
Yeah, don't do it because it's not ours.
I know exactly, so I can't. And then you can't even lie down without breaking your neck with it. Or
Well, it was supposed to be portable. The only thing portable about it is the fact that you can pick it up.
you want to be walking around doing this. You're just walking to somebody.
It's hardly portable, is it? I mean, it's a weird
Hardly.
thing. Yeah, I mean,
You can't play it in the car.
you can't play it in the car. It's an ugly looking thing, and in public, if you sat there at a park bench with that in your lap, you'd look like a complete Berg, wouldn't you?
How? Because you'd have to hold it against your face while playing with the controller.
There's
it wouldn't work.
is it Angry Gaming Nerd on YouTube gaffer taped it to his face and tried to play it. I mean, it's like, you know. And there's another problem with it.
It's also not very social gaming, is it?
Exactly
You can't.
right.
Your mates can't look over your shoulder and see what you're playing like you can with the 3DS.
Yeah,
or
it's
anything
not like
that.
playing
It's
on
not
a big
like somebody's
telly or...
It's not like somebody's playing.
What
it.
you're playing, Josh? I can't see.
Oh, I'm playing Tetris.
Oh yeah, I can
Do you
really
want
see.
to look? Do you want to look? I've still got to play, but you can still look.
No, I'm
you
going
know?
down the pub.
Oh, okay,
So,
that's the problem.
but there was a link port designed.
So you'd need two virtual boys for this.
You need two virtual boys. There's a link port designed
That would cost
so
so
that
much.
two players could play with each other on
the same
there.
game.
But you know what? There wasn't a single game made that utilised that port. There are no two-player games on the Virtual Boy.
What's the point in spending an extra 500 quid making a port then? Like
Well,
that?
I think it was such a flop, they just thought,
Needed
right,
something like that.
yeah. But, I mean, let's go back to the history of this machine, actually. It all started with a company called Reflection Technologies in the US, and they developed a dual-screen LCD system.
Which has, like, they sort of, like, bending towards you so you can look into it
there's
properly.
two screens, and there's a mirror that flicks in
Yeah.
between them. And they went round a few gaming companies, actually, and tried to show this technology off, and none of them was interested.
Really? That would be...
Weren't interested, but
Only
Nintendo came along and said, "Oh, we're really interested in this." But there's a big problem with it anyway,
The
isn't there?
screens are just shades of red.
That's
Everyone was
exact-
expecting
yeah.
colour. This was 1995.
This is 1995, and
Ridiculous.
everybody was using Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, so you would think it was colour. But I'll tell you something now. Back in 1995,
It's red.
colour LEDs were so ridiculously expensive, especially blue ones.
Yeah, but
so
the thing
expensive
is-
that would have cost $2,500 had it had colour
If
screens.
they had have put LEDs in, they would have sold so many, and it would have been like...
Do you think?
It would have been rivaling, I think, virtual reality headsets today, you know.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you, but it might have done. But the reason it's only red and black is because they couldn't afford full colour screens.
The 3D screens are pretty hard to focus and use for a long period of
They
time.
are
I mean,
actually, yeah.
It's already
Yeah.
made me sick in about 5-6 minutes.
And
I
that
mean,
was one of the points why people were taking it
return them.
back. It was
because
giving.
There's no point spending a load of money playing it for 5 minutes, putting it down because you're physically sick.
Yeah, it's a good point actually.
You know,
Do you know what?
You spend a couple of £100, you're like, right, let's play this thing. 5 minutes later. Excuse me, right. 5 minutes later, you come in with a cloth to wipe it up. And then I ain't playing that till tomorrow. Next day, you come back and you throw up in it again.
But you know, people took it back because they were getting headaches and seizures.
Yeah.
But it's not sounding too good at this point, is it, Josh? The Virtual Boy was designed to be used sat at a table, and the controller plugs into the bottom of it, and it looks to me very much like a GameCube controller.
Yeah.
It's a controller that features 2 D-pads, 6 buttons, and it also has the power supply for the console built into the controller.
You're like the Xbox 360
It's
controller.
a big battery box underneath with 6 AAs, but there's also an adapter for the mains as well, really.
The console died in little over a year, actually. It was only sold in the US and Japan.
Yeah.
Never sold in the UK.
It was so bad.
Yeah. The
was
games
so bad.
are not as bad as such, but they are pretty much what you could play on
you
any
can play
other
these
console.
games on any console, can't you?
Yeah.
They're not a bad selection of games, and this is what's sad about this console. The games that are made for it are quite good, but you could have played them on any console. You know, it didn't have to be this bumbling technology. So
let's take a look at
let's take a look around it, shall we? And we've got a handful of games. Now, we struggled actually getting the footage out of this
we're
thing.
not going to be using footage of our own, we're going to be using footage
We
from
failed dismally
YouTube.
trying to get camera footage of this. So
Yeah, Dad
we
tried to surgically operate a GoPro to my head, so last night we had to go to the hospital to get it removed, so that's why I've got a bit of like a red mark around my eye.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's take a look.
Let's take a look at. I get my words out. Let's take a look at some of the games, shall we? Okay, so should we have a look at the actual Virtual Boy itself, Josh? Here is the article itself.
The Virtual Boy.
The Virtual Boy and its controller. So what have we got, Josh? Let's have a look around it. On the top.
So at the top we have a little focusing
That's a focusing
slide.
control,
So
isn't
if
it?
it's not focused, you can just do this to get it
Okay.
clear.
That control at the front has something to do with eye distance.
Yeah,
I'm not
so
sure what.
about that. Here we have 2 speakers on this
Yeah,
side.
it's stereo, isn't
and
it?
that side.
This thing gets quite
2
loud,
speakers.
actually.
Does it?
Yeah.
And on the bottom, there is a headphones port, so
There is, yeah.
there's
And
volume control, and
Yeah.
this is where you put the actual cartridges
Where's that,
in.
Josh? Let's have a look.
Just in there.
Oh yeah, it's got a front-loading cartridge slot, yeah.
And then that is the controller adapter,
That's the
and
controller
that
port.
is the
Yeah,
What's that?
that's the link-up port that they never ever use, isn't it?
Why
So-
didn't they use that?
I don't know. I think it was such a flop. They didn't get a chance to develop any games that actually utilise the connector.
Here you have the bit that fits
that's-
onto your face, like
yeah,
this.
that's like
that
a
fits onto your face.
that's like a neoprene kind of like shield, isn't it? Really, that probably
That-
blocks the light.
That's where you look into.
And there's your
2 eye
dual
ports.
3D screens in there. Great. Okay, so the controller.
Do you know what I noticed when I first looked at it?
What's that?
It looks an awful lot like a Game Boy controller, doesn't it?
It does actually. Yeah, it's very
A
similar.
GameCube
to
even.
GameCube,
A
sorry,
GameCube controller.
GameCube. Yeah, it's got 2 D-pads on it.
A, B,
It's actually the power supply as well, isn't it? That the batteries sit in that compartment underneath there.
Oh, it's got
Yeah.
bumpers as well.
Oh, bumper buttons, yeah. 6 AA batteries.
Oof, real battery
Yeah,
slower.
yes, it's quite a nice controller actually. I do like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
here is the stand for it. Now the stand, a lot of these actually broke because it is quite a flimsy thing. The stand itself is made of metal.
Can that really hold this big heavy
It can,
thing?
yeah, but I think the problem is with this plastic piece at the top here.
This bit here.
Yeah, this bit tends to break easily, so we'll be very careful with this because it's not ours. It's on loan from a friend of ours, and it's like the holy grail. This thing is. There is a third-party company that makes a stand for these. I think they redesigned this top bit here. So
I can't wait to play this. It's going to be. I've never played anything virtual, like a virtual headset,
No.
anything, so I can't wait to play
okay,
it.
so haven't you got a 3DS?
I have got a 3DS,
Yeah.
but I've never worn anything like on my face, like a virtual
Okay.
headset or anything.
Let's see. Let's have a look at this thing. Let's set it up then and have a quick look at some games. Now it's going to be a bit odd because there's no AV out on this, so I'm going to have to somehow
Strap
do
a
some
GoPro to my face.
strap a GoPro to Josh's face, or if I can, I'm going to focus my camera through one of the eyepieces. So let's give that a go.
Okay.
So
Right,
what are you
live.
playing, Josh? Is that loud?
Wait, where's the start button? Oh, there it is. Where's select? Oh, there. I don't know.
So you've uncovered a problem with its design.
What? Select level. Let's save one. Where's? Oh. I don't know where to go.
So that's Tetris. Should we see if we can get the camera panned in there so we can have a look at it?
Where oh, this is difficult.
I can't get him off it now.
This is so difficult. What? So
So what do you think of it, Josh?
I love it. It's beast.
You love it?
Yeah, it's really good. I like puzzle games like this. So
I can't see what you're doing. Josh.
Yeah.
Don't you think we need to get on and film this video, mate?
Nah, not yet. What? No, not yet.
I can see this is going to take some time.
How is she winning? I just surfed that. No. What? Double fault? How is she winning? I just. This game's rubbish. This game's rubbish.
Why don't you try another one?
Yes.
What are you playing anyway?
I don't know.
No, you're playing Mario Tennis, aren't you?
I think so. Damn it,
So while he's playing on this, we'll have a look around here. So, if we can focus on that, there's the controller. Sometime later, Josh, we need to get on and do the video. What's the matter?
I'm starting to get a headache.
Headache?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
No, seriously, I actually played it for about 5-10 minutes now and I'm starting to get a headache.
Okay. Right, so there you go. You've had a look at the Virtual Boy, and we've had a play on a handful of games actually. So, what's the matter with your face?
I've got a bucket.
Do you feel sick?
Yeah.
How long were you playing it for?
I'll use Mum's Roxy boots.
Shh! Don't tell. How long were you playing it for?
About 6 minutes.
I can't left. I left him to it actually. I was going to try and do some recording, but I left him playing it. And when I came back, he had a face on like a trodden on chip.
I don't feel well at all.
No. Do you feel a bit sick?
Mum's Roxy boot.
Right.
Oh, it smells now. Oh.
So, what were your overall thoughts? Because when you started playing on it, you thought it was brilliant.
I thought it was awesome.
It's flawed, isn't it? It's good,
Wow.
but it has a serious bunch of problems.
Let's just say, if you want to get out of school early, bring one of these to school and play it at playtime. You'll be home within a couple of
You'll
minutes.
be mobbed with
up.
kids because they've never seen it before.
No, you'll be throwing up and you'll get sent home because...
Okay, moving on. Right, we've got some exciting news, actually, haven't we? Tomorrow, we are going to be interviewed on BBC Radio.
By Satnam Rama.
No, not on the radio. She's doing Midlands Today in the evening.
Oh,
So we've got
yes.
BBC Hereford and Worcester Radio coming to talk to us in the morning. If this video is edited in time and got out there, you can probably see that. Otherwise, it's going to be a bit late to let you guys know. And also on the evening, we're going to be on BBC News, aren't we? Midlands Today are coming to talk to us. We're really actually... How excited are we about this?
Well, the thing
Our
is,
tiny little
it's
channel with our
live,
tiny
so-
little number of subscribers. We've
And
only
a
got
tiny
about...
shed.
We've only got 60 subscribers. We've got a small shed, and BBC are coming to talk to us. And actually, we have some news about a possible new co-presenter.
Ooh, yes. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
It's not Barack Obama.
It's not Barack Obama.
Donald Trump.
I did speak to Barack actually on
Yeah,
Friday.
he didn't get back to us.
No.
It's not Hillary Clinton.
No, it's your big sister.
Yeah.
Isabel. Now, Isabel has presented some gaming videos before on
With
YouTube,
for
actually,
Gamegasm.
with our friends over at Gamegasm. Hello, Gamegasm guys. Hope you're doing okay. Isabel is going to be joining us. She's Josh's bigger sister.
So she's gonna. I'm gonna be. Dad's gonna be in the middle.
We're going to slot her in somewhere
So
in
I'm
here.
gonna be here. Dad's gonna be in the middle. Izzy's gonna be over there.
No, probably Isabel will go in the middle because my
Okay,
head
Izzy
will
will go
block the
here.
screen.
I'll be there. You can be over there.
Yeah.
So what's good about having her with us is that
She's a bit of a gamer, you know.
Yeah, she is actually. She loves to play. I'm a modern gamer. I grew up with the modern games. Dad is that vintage, you know, old
Be careful.
guy, old
Be
guy,
careful.
You know, that
My
vintage-
eject button is here.
That vintage old guy loves.
I am a veteran gamer.
Look,
Yeah, Isabel started playing in the late era of the PS1,
yeah.
PS2, the
Around
original
there.
Xbox. So
The Xbox, yeah.
she's like a late 90s, early 2000s
So
something
we
gamer. So
all
she's going to
have-
bridge. She's going to
Yeah.
be excellent at bridging the gap between.
We have all our
Me
own
and Josh.
perspectives on gaming.
Yeah, so we're going to have someone from every generation of gamer, modern, semi-modern,
Oh.
old guy.
So,
Yes, that's
What
that's
we doing
coming up
next, then?
soon. I'm not sure. What we're
is
doing
it
next,
it's my
actually.
pick next because you picked the Virtual Boy.
I'll tell you what we need to do next. I know what we're going to do.
Panasonic 3DO.
Very well done. We are looking at the lovely, really
Panasonic
expensive in its day
3DO.
Panasonic 3DO, which was probably one of the first optical
that.
next generation 3D console. Well, sorry, not 3D, but
after that, can we do International Karate Plus?
that's only one of my favourite games of all time.
My favourite games of all time.
International Karate Plus on the Amiga.
Here it is.
Made by... Wow, look at that.
Oh, Konami, isn't it?
White wins,
Awesome.
red and blue.
Could do better.
Could do better. So we'll be taking a look at IK Plus pretty soon on one of my favourite machines of all time. I love IK Plus. It's brilliant.
So sick.
Oh, the sound effects on it are brilliant, aren't
What?
they?
Oh, he's like that.
Brilliant. So, thanks very much for watching us once again.
Yep.
Please subscribe to us.
Please
we could do with
We
the
need
subscriptions.
the
We need the subs.
Likes as well. We're not getting many
Yeah.
likes right now. Please like.
We're doing okay.
Getting
actually.
views, but not getting likes.
Give us a like and give us a comment. Anything you'd like to see us cover game-wise,
Just message.
let us know. I think we've got to go on to GameCube. We've got to do some GameCube stuff. We've got to do some Amiga stuff.
We're going to do Elite.
We've got to do Elite. We've got to do some
Wait,
8-bit
can we actually?
stuff. We will do Elite at some point. Actually, do you know
8-bit
what?
Stuff.
I'm going to look at Elite on the PS4. Elite Dangerous on the PS4.
Wow.
Why?
Past my bedtime.
Why will it?
So I'm not allowed to play Elite Dangerous. Too old for me.
It's not.
Is it not?
I don't think there's much of an age
16.
Is it?
Yeah. I'm not
We'll
16.
just look it up. Well, it's not. It's hardly Grand Theft Auto, is it?
Make sure Mum doesn't know.
Yeah, if Mum doesn't know you're playing it, it doesn't matter, does it?
So,
That's making me out to be a bad parent. Anyway,
See
we're
you
going to get
next
out of here.
time.
So good to see. Thanks for joining us. Take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
right now, I'm going to have to empty your sick out of this boot. Oh, look at that.
Josh, get it out of here, mate. It
That's
stinks.
what I'm doing.